Hi Aries, this is going to be your June 2020 reading. I compare movies and songs to readings like when I see fit. Depends on whatever I get with it and how I get anything with it. If you like a personal reading, if you happen to, all that stuff is down below. Pretty lenient. If you have any requests, I'm usually okay with that too. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Readings are general. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross-watchers are welcome too. What I was getting is some of you finally got yourselves out of a bad situation. I immediately thought of that scene at the end where his friends came looking for him and he wasn't there at his usual job. And then they just smiled. Even if they didn't get the same fate as him or the same chances, they were happy for him. A lot of you have some down-to-earth friends in your life. Either that or you're actively going to therapy for childhood issues or even just your own issues. These issues have negatively affected your relationships. I'm getting strongly the energy of another person. So this could be, for some of you, like I was getting this bit of a mirroring effect. Not really mirroring, but like you guys have similar issues or you both are trying to work on your, childhood issues, like all that programming. I'm getting it's like two people out of like the same background. So maybe that's what this friend thing could be. But yeah, I'm getting the energy of another person. This could be them instead. Remember in the movie, him and that girl had what I'd like to call an almost relationship? He never let her in. He used defense mechanisms so she couldn't get close to him. It's like a leave me before they hurt me kind of energy. And a lot of people have that kind of mindset. But it's all about self-preservation. And then what I got in my head right when I thought of that, I was like, sometimes I don't love you means I love you. Someone could have literally told you they don't love you. Or they were really weird about it. And it's like, I could have sworn like there's chemistry. It's like, why does this person always do this? And I'm telling you now, it's probably because of some sort of defense mechanism. And obviously, we don't go putting ourselves into unhealthy situations with people. Like, if they're giving you crumbs, if they're treating you weirdly, then you need to back off and let them heal on their own. Same goes for ourselves, because I see it as a mutual thing. Like, you both have the same issues, but in different ways. But I'm seeing someone taking control of their issues with vulnerability. Really drawn to vulnerability. And so are you, like I said, but in a different way. You, Aries, have problems with like love addiction and codependency, which also stems from childhood, interestingly enough. I love this though. It's like self-care for the psyche. It's just all around good energy, despite the negative part of that was kind of negative, but I gotta tell the truth. Good Will Hunting is such a good movie. It makes me emotional because, I don't know, part of that hits close to home with, especially with that girl in him, and it's just, if you've never seen that movie, go watch it. Especially if you're an Aries, if you've never actually watched that movie, or maybe you've heard of it, I really recommend you do, because I feel like you'll find that it relates a little too much. Especially if this reading resonates. Back to what I said about the friend thing. A lot of you are breaking toxic cycles, or you're the first in your family or friend group to do or accomplish something. Like the first to go to college, the first to break generational poverty. It's all different for you, but it may be the first to have healthy relationships. I also got ending generational trauma. I really want to focus on healthy relationships because I feel like growing up, you didn't have a good example of it. And that's why, like I said, it really didn't reflect on your interpersonal relationships well. Trying to break some sort of cycle here, or in the midst of it. A lot of self-awareness. That's what I like the most about this reading. It's like you want better for yourself, and you know it's not going to be easy, but you're willing to try. Or someone you're connected to is willing to try too. maybe this falling out with this person, like, even though they have their own issues, I think it has more so to do with vulnerability and opening up. You realize that you have work to do as well. And it took them triggering you to do that. Isn't that funny? Because sometimes when someone is emotionally unavailable, it's because we are too. It's like, why are we chasing after someone that doesn't want us? Why are we accepting that? I feel like that's exactly the question you've asked yourself. Why am I doing this? A lot of self-awareness, like, you're asking yourselves questions. I really like this, so I think I'm going to start with an oracle card. I don't know if I want to do tarot. I'm going to start with oracle. Let's see. I love these oracle cards because they leave more room for the intuition. What is it called? Sacred Destiny. Just one word. I love stuff like that. Okay. First card out. We have Voyage. As soon as I looked at this, I got in my head, you're the one carrying the whole relationship. Or keeping the relationship going. You were the only one, you were carrying the burden of the entire relationship. I'm starting to get why I mentioned love addiction and codependency. It's like a I love me enough for the both of us type energy. It's like, oh, they love me, it's just they have issues, so I'll just put up with it and go against my own needs. That's what it looks like to me. It's like you're carrying a child. That's what it felt like. It was taking on this journey together, but there's literally minimal to no effort on their end. You're carrying the weight. Like the whale, pretty sure it's a whale, yeah. The whale is significantly bigger, which I see symbolizes a bigger burden, the burden that you had to carry. And I think you got really tired after a while. Because when you're carrying something the whole way, you have to take breaks, right? I think a lot of you just had this huge energy burnout with this person, and you guys just had to go your separate ways. But I don't really see it as actual separate ways. I just see it as a break. It's almost like the universe, what do they call that? The universe stepped in and so this person could heal. So this person can learn how to be vulnerable, because it's not healthy. I think you know this already. Everybody does. It's not healthy to be the only one carrying the relationship. Just literally what I see. That's funny. The only one carrying the relationship. A voyage. I see that as journey. This relationship has been through a lot. What else? Ooh. Abundance. Well, I like this energy. A lot of flowers here, as if there was a lot of growth. You guys needed to go your separate ways for the time being, to grow, to learn about yourselves. I remember I was getting that self-awareness thing. I see this as this. Gaining self-awareness, abundance. Self-care. But for the psyche. Like, you guys are taking care of your mental health. Really diving deep into things that you weren't addressing before. It's like watering dead plants. Something you didn't know you needed to do, but once you do, you have a beautiful garden. Just got flourish as well. This abundance could also be literally someone opening up. It's like something that's closed. Think of like something that didn't sprout yet, and it's like, that's the vulnerability. That's what it symbolizes. Someone might decide to be vulnerable with you, Aries. Because they finally took control of their issues. So did you. I'm getting this energy of someone, you could have been the one to pull back your energy. You finally had enough. You felt really unappreciated. Like, why am I the only one always putting effort into this connection? And it never seems to make this person budge. You felt like you were enabling it. Putting your needs, their needs, before before your own. Well, but when in actuality, you were going against what you wanted the whole time. Ooh. Forgiveness. Could be an apology. This vulnerability could be someone actually opening up to you emotionally, maybe even crying. It's like this growth has made them vulnerable. I got something very similar in my Virgo reading where I talked about the Grinch. The Grinch's heart chakra opened. It's literally the same vibes I'm getting, but it's not in the same way. This is all childhood stuff. Someone's breaking the cycle. They're first in their family to have a healthy relationship. It's like they're praying. I was kind of getting this in the Virgo reading too. Praying for, it's like I just got that they prayed for someone like you. Getting it in a different way. I'm not really seeing forgiveness. I'm seeing it as they prayed for a chance like this because they don't want it to end up like what they've seen growing up. They just want to break all the old cycles. This could be a cycle within your relationship too. They're not proud of you carrying the burden of their issues on top of your own. Because that's codependency, where you take care of others, but you really don't want to. That's a part of it. And then it turns into resentment. It turned into resentment here. And then that's why you eventually just became very bitter towards them. And I think it took you acting that way for them to finally be like, dang, I prayed for a person like this and I kind of fucked it up. But it definitely triggered a lot of growth. I will say that. Abundance is coming in. And I also mentioned something about therapy, so you both could be going to therapy, maybe couples therapy, or just therapy separately. And therapy doesn't always have to be an actual therapist. You could have a really nice circle of friends. I remember in the beginning I was getting something around a lot of you just have really supportive friends. And something tells me they didn't get the same fate as you. Like a chance at love, a chance at a better job, a chance at a better future. But instead of wanting you to like suffer with them, they want better for you. Like in Good Will Hunting, they were looking for him to see if he was still at his job, and he wasn't, and they just smiled like, yes, he's finally, like they wanted to see him excel. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. A lot of you just have amazing friends. So that's good. I feel like that also helps with codependency because you're not acting like your romantic relationships are the only ones you have, you know? Like when you have healthy friendships and healthy family relationships, it makes you realize like, damn, romantic relationships aren't the only important thing in my life. I have so many amazing people in my life, and if this person were to disappoint me, I wouldn't care because I love so many people. New beginnings. This relationship is resurrecting from the ground. That's just how I see this. Okay. What is this new beginning? What's this energy? I'm gonna do some tarot now. First card out. Oh my, I'm gonna scream. I literally just said resurrect. First card out. It's dark. Can't see it. Oh well, that's judgment. Something is resurrecting. It's a second chance at this. You are two new individuals. Like you're arising from the dead or arising from the ashes. Kind of like death card energy. Who did I get? I got that for Capricorn, I think. I also see this as this is always my divine timing card. Like they're waiting. It's like whatever you say. The time is finally right and they're surrendering to what the divine wants. This too. This looks like surrender, does it not? Surrendering and praying. See, as them praying for you, they always prayed for someone like you. but also it's about surrender. A lot of you release the outcome, because I was getting that love addict thing. Not addict. I was getting that love addict thing where you were most likely really latching onto this person. Attachment is your biggest issue. And I feel like whenever you had a falling out with this person, it was like all hell broke loose. Or that's what it felt like. And you're realizing, no, I have an amazing circle of friends. I have amazing people in my life. So I'm just gonna surrender to what is, because it's really all you can do, am I right? That's what you realized. But considering that's the first card out, it's the most powerful, something is definitely resurrecting. It's like once you surrender, that's kind of what the paradox is. That's always when it seems to come to you, right? When you don't want it so desperately. This is funny. Okay, that was a lot of cards. We're not taking that many. Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you are single, focused on your own coin, your own abundance. So that's probably what this is as well. But I don't think it's really wealth. I think you're already pretty good in the wealth department. So maybe this could actually be a new job, like the first in your family to end. I remember I said generational poverty. A lot of you are getting the job of your dreams, or you're feeling confident enough to go after your dream job, apply somewhere. I'm seeing you should definitely do that. Like aim higher, because what could possibly hurt, right? You try, you don't get it. Best case scenario, you get it. So I'm saying go after that job, because could definitely be growth there in the financial department. But I'm also seeing this as mentally. Like you changed how you viewed things. I think this happened right after the surrender. Like you just didn't care how things manifested, and then that's when it actually manifested for you. But I'm seeing this could definitely be with that person. Like maybe that's what you've always wanted, and now they're coming in. And yeah, similar to what I was saying about manifestation and just surrendering to what is meant for you, whatever comes, whatever goes, you know what I mean? It's not really as much attachment there. That's what I'm seeing with you guys. You guys are working on your attachment issues. It's like for once, you're okay with being alone. You're okay with being single. It's the same as surrender, really. You're just letting things come to you. And I think it's definitely coming to you. To make a long story short. Once you take the desperation, the need for that other person, like, oh my god, I swear I'm gonna lose my mind if I have to be single for another day. But I swear, like, I've even had this before. Once you don't even care if people come back, once you don't even expect it, it's like all of a sudden all these people want to get at you. All of a sudden you're attracting things, material things that have nothing to do with other people. And you're happy. You're just on your own. You're flourishing. You're abundant. You're also on the market. I was getting at on the market. People know you're single, or you're giving off that single vibe. You're attracting people like a moth to a flame. For sure. Like, I like this energy a lot. Oh shit, 2 cards came out. We have the Hierophant and the Four of Swords. I see the Four of Swords as someone made up their goddamn mind. This Hierophant made up his mind. And the Hierophant is a really good card for commitment. A choice was made. Ooh, when I looked at this, I also thought of that generational trauma, generational poverty thing I was talking about. Because if you think about it, Hierophant is about traditions. I think of generations when I looked at this. Generation. It's like, this is the new generation, is what I got. Like, someone wants to make a new generation. New generation to follow. So yeah, this person could definitely want marriage, kids. Because to make a new generation, you gotta reproduce. That's literally just what I'm seeing. Someone could literally just want to take you off the market. And sometimes when you're a highly desirable person, which I definitely see, it makes people want you more. It's like, I'm gonna claim that. I wanna put the, what do you call that? I wanna lock it up. I'm pretty sure that's a song, so Google that if you want to. They wanna lock it up. They really do. This Hierophant, Taurus energy. We have a lot of Earth here. And whenever I look at this, I think of Empress. That's also Taurus. You could seriously be dealing with a Taurus. Someone very fixed and stubborn. I see this too as like them not doing anything. They're just always sleeping and lazy. Remember I got they weren't putting any effort in. It was always one-sided. Something that tells me that's coming to an end. This Hierophant is not fucking around. I just keep getting, this is the new generation. And I want to make this better. I don't want my kids or us to suffer the same fate. We both worked on ourselves, and now we can finally get somewhere. Oh my god. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. Yeah. There are a lot of burdens in this relationship. You were always carrying the burdens, but you don't have to anymore. You don't have to. Oh my god, and right underneath that we have Queen of Pentacles. This motherly energy. Very traditional. And then the bunny, fertility. This person definitely wants a new generation or kids with you. Thinking about the future a lot. A lot. It's like they've prayed for something like this. And they definitely want to resurrect this. It's like they're different this time around. I really see that. And they want to take you off the market because they know you're on the market. You're single. Like you've been single for a while and you're at that point where you're open to the idea for a relationship, but you're also, if not, you're happy with where you are right now. A lot of opportunities coming your way, a lot of abundance. And it's not because you have someone. It's like the need is no longer there. And that's really good. It's like no more burdens. I feel like the burden is now in their hands, Aries. But I don't see it as a burden. I see it as putting in the work because it was long overdue. It's like no more rest. It's like they've had plenty of time to think about this. Now they want to lock it up. They want to break the curse. That's what it feels like. It's like I really want to make a change. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. Ooh, King of Wands. Someone's in pursuit. Someone has the energy to go after you. It's like they've been resting so long. It's like no wonder they have so much energy. It's like you weren't using it before, but now I guess there's enough recharge. The person had to recharge. Or that just simply resembles them going through the work. Them putting in the work. They now have the energy to do so. Something was holding them back before. I feel like you, in a way, Aries, I don't want to make this sound weird. You were kind of holding them back by enabling it because there was no room for growth. this wasn't going anywhere with the way it was before. But here's the growth. Forgiveness. This person's definitely gonna try to get at you. Putting in the work, planning something. Like look at that smirk on his face. He's up to, I don't want to say up to no good. I want to say up to good. He's up to good. He's also getting up there. I don't want to say this person is getting up there. This Hierophant wants to put in the work. Okay, I'm going to finish with Kipper cards. I don't know if I want to do Kipper or more. Do this. Ooh. Delight. And then I'm gonna get one Kipper card. Okay, got all of them. We have message of concern and toil and labor. Yeah, the burden is now in their hands. This person's putting in a lot of work. It feels like labor. I think that just resembles, like, this person's going next level. Must be doing something huge. Or maybe it just feels that way. Because then I got message of concern. As if you'll be getting a message soon that makes you go, like, it's like she's holding her heart. Like, holding her, like, I just think of heart chakra again. But it's like, it's for you. It's a shock to hear from this person. It's like, they're being vulnerable with me? What? It's like, how much work did that take? Or maybe it's like you guys went through so much, this relationship, this journey, this voyage, and now it's like you guys can definitely resurrect it now. This is definitely coming as a surprise because you're not expecting it. There's no expectation, there's no attachment. You're literally just having fun in the single life. I see this as you right now. Surrounded by abundance. It looks like the same damn card. I just got that song by Nelly Furtado. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my soul is. It's like you can't even stay in one place anymore. You're not really in a fixed energy. I think they are, but you're not. You're open to so many things. Like, I don't even know where I belong. I just love adventure. I love welcoming things as they come and as they go. Simple as that. I love this so much. Yeah, it's like the burden is now in their hands. Now they're the big whale. Now they get to carry you around. Fun. Okay, Aries, that's the end of your reading. Please like, subscribe if it resonated. I really love this. Like, you guys made so much improvement here. Literally reminds me of the movie Good Will Hunting. Maybe watch that if you have any free time. It's really nice. And if you would like a personal reading, just hit me up, email me. I'm really down for whatever. Okay, guys. Bye.